let's take a look at these compositions. Let's see what these two teams are running. We are seeing a Wiper, a Blaster, a Hero Shot, and a Slosher. And then we are seeing a V-Shot, a BP, a Brush, and a Brush Nouveau and a Tri Nouveau as well. The Final Seekening going for something slightly more meta than what I'd say Sorry for Party Rocking are playing. But we're just going to have to see how both of these teams use these team comps to their advantage.
Yeah, a hyper-aggressive comp in the Final Seekening as the Brush goes down, traded out as the RB, by tapping on the right side of zone, Fluff and Bucket sticking together, both zones neutral. 10 points off of Final Seekening, and we're still in a neutral game. Trades left and right, strikes come out. Pod is sort of holding his own on the left side of zone, while Seekening basically have all of mid-control now.
Yeah, Seekening definitely, they have a lot of paint down. This BP is doing so much painting and so much damage for the side of the Final Seekening, and I mean, that's a wipeout as well. That is the entirety of Sorry for Party Rocking down, and as the Final Seekening do nearly go down to that 50 mark, they are halfway to being able to win. Akira slightly pushed in a bit too far there, as we do see the other members of Sorry for Party Rocking going in and getting those picks. Azuka does come out for the side and takes down Akira again, but gets traded right back by, and we're just going to have to see where this goes. I mean, the Final Seekening are already down to 20 points left on the zone. The Jet coming out as well. This is not looking very close already.
Don't hesitate to say that is game. Game 1 is done. And that was my most feared, with that Party Rocking got locked out as soon as they lost mid-control. Their retake was a decent effort. They popped 2 specials. And they managed to find the Brush, really, which didn't do much for them. And even then, it was traded out by Anch on the China boat.
Definitely, yeah. And I mean, we did see a little bit of those, strikes come out, but what I really wanted to see is something that we saw when we saw Anxiety play, was them using those strikes to their advantage, especially on a zones map. As someone who has spent a lot of my time playing Neo Splash with those strikes, especially on zones, you have to make sure that the placements of your strikes and where you're painting is good enough to secure that zone. And we didn't really see that from Sorry for Party Rocking with that Slosher. We only saw 1 of the 3 strikes that come with the Tri-Strike. Like, we didn't really see much from them at all. So kind of, what do we think we need to see from Party Rocking for them to be able to maybe at least give a bit more of a fight up against Seekening?
I don't think they really need to rethink that comp. I think they just need to go about how to play off of each other more. Because the stage of retake that we saw, or in their attempts rather, was sort of like one-track minded. There was really only one aim from the retake, which was to get the special and then to get the pick. There wasn't any thought going into any pressure anywhere the specials might be pressure from, like the Trinabo I mentioned earlier, or any attempts to sort of displace Seekening and try and break through. And also, I think that's credit to Akira and Anch, Anch3, both of them. Even when Akira's down, Anch3 can take that Skirmisher Slayer role very easily. He's a very strong player. He can do that almost just like with the snap of a finger.
Definitely, yeah. And I mean, we're seeing most people are saying that the Final Seekening are going to come out on top. It's not as unbalanced as the other vote was, but we're just going to have to see kind of how this game goes. We're going back to TC Haggle?
Clams Museum.
My bad.
Hey, we're playing Clam Blitz, and I think this is a good opportunity for Party Rocking in a more slow.
This is not Clams Museum.
That is Tower Haggle. We've been trolled.
This is Tower Control Hagglefish.
We've been trolled. I do apologize.
Well, while we sort out this issue, I would just like to remind you guys to keep using the Breezeland 2023 hashtag on Twitter. We are trending, actually. We are trending on Twitter. So keep live tweeting, hashtag Breezeland 2023. Keep the tweets coming. We want to see everything that you guys are doing at Breeze this weekend. And don't forget, this isn't like the other Breezes we've had. We've got a day 2. We're going to be back tomorrow for more games, more casting, more couch, more art, more Splatoon. We've got Salmon on tomorrow as well. We've got so much.
Yeah, day 2 is definitely something to look forward to.
And we're probably going to have one hell of a Grands as well.
Oh, for real. If you're not watching the Grand Finals of Breeze, what are you doing? Play your schedules, please. This is going to be one of the greatest Grand Finals of all time.
Because, I mean, we don't even know who's going to be in Grands. We have a range of teams that can be there. We've got Gentleman's Assembly. We've got Six Nations. We've got Spark. We've got Ultraviolet. We've got so many different teams that have the opportunity and have the chance to be in those grand finals. So if you are not watching them tomorrow, what are you doing? Are you really a Splatoon player if you're not watching the grand finals of Breeze 2023
okay,
tomorrow?
Maybe we wouldn't go that far, but
I would go that far.
you do have a point.
But yes, keep tweeting about Breeze on Twitter. Keep telling your friends, your family, your pets, your teachers, your schoolmates, random people on the street. Tell them, Breeze.
Maybe not random people on the street. I think we have to draw a line somewhere.
Maybe don't talk to random people on the street about a Squid Game, but sorry, Jakey from Ultraviolet is wanting to come into the shot. But
It's game time.
now we're on Clams Museum.
There we go.
Clams Museum. Clam Blitz is one of those game modes which is very, very hit or miss. You can have one amazing push and that is game, or you can be going back and forth for, 4 minutes and still no one can score. So we're just going to really have to see how both of these teams use their team comps to the advantage. We're seeing the same team comps from both sides, and members of the Final Seekening are already going down, but so are members of Sorry for Party Rocking. We're seeing trades left, right, and center here.
Everyone really scrambling for this neutral game. It's Seekening moves to this right-hand side of the ramp. Ruler goes off, one goes down. They've got plenty of clams in the economy, in the bank. They could start a push here very quickly if they just find another frag as we look towards that plat. Zuka comes out, finds one. As we begin to push into the basket, trying to find more picks. Akira goes forward, the clam goes in, and we start the push from Seekening.
We're already seeing the basket being opened by the Final Seekening. Akira, unfortunately, going down. We are seeing that brush kind of overextend just a little bit, but that's kind of what brushes do. I've seen Splat play a lot. That's kind of what brushes do. But we do see a nice little lead to begin with from the Final Seekening. They do have another power clam in their hands, but since they opened the basket, Sorry for Party Rocking do have the chance for that pity. We do see Fluff try and pop the hammer, but it's not quite enough, and the Final Seekening open the basket yet again and get another power clam into their basket, decreasing their score, and that's another one. They're already down to 22 points left. This is looking like it could be over already.
Dima's stalling on the right plat. It's found two actually, and the Jets popped out, and Ansh is in support. The Jets go down, Akira's also there, finds one.
Can they grab the power clam? Yes, they can. This is such a good opportunity for the Final Seekening to actually kind of just end the game as it is, but are they going to be able to get this power clam in? Not quite. This is looking so close, but the Final Seekening aren't quite finding what they need to be able to get any of these clams in the basket.
Well, I'd argue otherwise. I think that they're really just holding Party Rocking's plat so easily, and Akira was just in their base for free, rent free. As soon as the Jet comes out, one dies in the right plat. They're all crowded together, Party Rocking. Another goes down.
Ooh.
A chance to score again for Seekening. And this is all going downhill.
And they do get the clams in. The BP has most of the clams for the side of the Final Seekening, and it's looking like this is going to be end game. Wow, what a quick game and a quick series we saw from the Final Seekening, proving that they are indeed good enough to be in Div 2 Luti, and that they are good enough to get those upsets that we were talking about earlier.
Exactly. They really didn't play that wrong, I would say. Probably the strongest showing we've seen since me and you hopped on the mic.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, yes. But as we see, chat was indeed right this time. The Final Seekening taking a clean 2-0 off of Sorry for Party Rocking. It was kind of close, but I think that, the Final Seekening just kind of have that connection and have that chemistry, because obviously we have two players that are on a team already. We do kind of see that they do just have a bit more togetherness than Sorry for Party Rocking have, and in the end, I think that's what won them that set.
Yeah. Akira, I think, doing a great job as a skirmisher, played into their role very well, and the follow-ups from everyone else on Seekening, I think, very solid showing. I think this is promising signs for the rest of their group.